Potatoes. Oh, there's a new snapshot. Alright, let's take a look here. Data pack 38, Java 21. Oh, 64-bit operating system, huh? We'll see about that. That's too new. And the system under that is a little bit too old. That's also 64-bit. That is definitely too old. There we go. This'll do. Oh, I cannot lift this with the one hand. Okay. Well, give me a moment. Alrighty, so intro bit aside, and I bumped the tripod, of course I did. Intro bit aside, and I will mention now that that whole bit, including this section right here, has all been recorded after the screen capture was finished. And so, what dropped? Oh. Well, hopefully this thing still works. And so, yeah, this is all being recorded after the fact. And right now I'm just trying to gently place the... Oh, it's upside down. Oh, well. I'm just trying to place this down gently so that I do not destroy my desk or anything on it, because it is decently heavy. So, anyway, yeah, this thing is the system that video is, well, the video that you're watching right now is going to be recorded with. We've got a Radeon HD 2400 bridge from PCI to PCIe, because there is no PCIe slot. Let me just take it off the tripod real quick. There is no PCIe slot anywhere here. So this just plugs in like this. And yeah, it's not like it really needs that bandwidth anyway. It's such a low-end card. And then we've got a Pentium 4 2.66 GHz Northwood core under this cooler, which is interestingly made by Foxconn, or at least branded by them. This system also comes at a time when HP still used the Compact brand on some stuff, so yeah, that's the power supply. And yeah, 1.5 gigs of RAM. Not in dual channel mode, by the way. I think this actually does support dual channel operation based on the arrows there, but I do not have any matching sticks of DDR1. So, yeah. And, yeah, just some random PCI brackets just sitting around in the bottom of the case. Very, very dusty. But yeah, that's the overview of the system. I'll talk more about it in a later segment of the video where I pull up IDA 64 and stuff. But in the meantime, I am going to start the process of editing. And yeah. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Let's just go ahead and boot it up. So got the HP splash screen because this is just a random pre-built that I happen to have in my closet, and there's Windows 7 booting up. Well, embedded standard 7, but it's still Windows 7 based or whatever anyway. And yeah, don't mind the artifacting, because this time I'm doing digital video capture over DVI, and that is the side of the video capture card that got mildly toasted a couple weeks ago. It gets worse from here. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Embedded 10 to 7. Oh, it's got Windows Update. Okay. All right, give it a moment or two, and I guess I'll get back to you when it's at desktop. Oh, never mind. It's already gonna be at desktop. All right, here we go. So I don't have any audio enabled on this system, unfortunately, because this computer just refuses to install the audio drivers for whatever reason. I've tried integrated audio, I've tried a Sound Blaster Live 24-bit over PCI, I've tried a Yamaha XG sound card, I've even tried a USB sound adapter thing that should have just been able to install the generic drivers, but that didn't work either. Anyway, yeah, so just to start, I did have to install some patches for Windows 7. So there's our just the KB numbers for each update to install. There's not really all that particular of an order. And then I installed Microsoft Edge x86 edition and Bellsoft JRE 21 for Windows i586, which is the 32-bit version. I don't know whether or not it actually works on i586 class processors like the original Pentium, but you know, it is what it is. So we got Edit 64 right here. Just gonna go over the specs for a moment. And for a system that's running on a 2.6 gigahertz Pentium 4 with a old hard drive that I just kind of had sitting around, this is still pretty decently responsive, all things considered. Okay, let's see. Motherboard. Yeah, so there's our CPU. It's just a 2.66 gigahertz Pentium 4, which, if I remember correctly, is a Northwood core. We've got the Radeon HD 2400 Pro, and even though this system does not have a PCIe slot, I'm just bridging it over PCI. So most relevant for Minecraft is going to be OpenGL. There's all that. Supports up to OpenGL 3.3, which is currently, well, I guess 3.2 is the minimum part of the game, but 3.3 is also usually something that comes with it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. We've got AT Launcher here, which is a Java-based installer that does not require installation, which makes it convenient because I do not have to really worry about installers complaining about Windows not being compatible like the official launcher would. And it supports Microsoft account login as well, so I can join servers with this. So yeah, it's just going to spit out the specs again. We've got the single core there, 32-bit operating system and CPU. So yeah, right at you, Microsoft. Slackmo gang. And here we go. So right here we've got the current release of Minecraft with some performance mods. That's what I was testing earlier. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to skip that, and we're just going to play the version of Minecraft that supposedly requires us to finally drop 32-bit and go with 64-bit CPUs. So if you don't have any context while we're launching, Snapshot 24W14A in its release notes mentions that 64-bit operating systems and CPUs are no longer, or are 32-bit CPUs and operating systems are no longer supported, as well as the game's Java requirement being just bumped up from Java 17 up to Java 21. And well, I'm just gonna say right here that this whole video, including me installing Windows 7 and fully updating it and installing Microsoft Edge and everything that you're currently seeing right now, that was done specifically just to prove that you can still launch the very latest version of Minecraft on a 32-bit operating system. The performance is going to be horrendous, to put it simply, but it does launch. This coming summer, I do plan on hopefully getting my hands on a 3.4 gigahertz Pentium 4 Extreme Edition CPU. I've got a very nice industrial motherboard with a beefy voltage regulator, and it's got support for AGP Pro, SATA hard drives, 4 gigs of RAM. It's pretty much the ultimate, well, at least the ultimate in my opinion, socket 478 motherboard. So yeah, I might, if I can get all the parts together, try and speed run hardcore Minecraft 1.21 on that board this coming summer. Whether or not that actually happens, I don't know. Anyway, we're still just kind of waiting, so I'll cut over to when the game is fully launched. Almost there. Oh yeah, I did also bump the RAM up to 1.5 gigs rather than a single gigabyte, so I don't know. Maybe that made a difference, maybe it didn't. Oh, stuff is happening in the log. Rendering out textures. And here we are at the title screen. It's still trying to load some stuff, so it is not entirely there yet. I don't know why it's stuck translucent like that. There we go. I don't know what's happening there. Okay, so for the sake of performance, actually, you know what? Let's just dive headfirst into this without doing anything with the resolution, because honestly, with how little this loads the graphics card, I don't think that lowering the resolution is going to help much at all. Because this is very, very heavily CPU bottleneck, as you can clearly see here. It's got a single 2.6 gigahertz core, and it's a Pentium 4 to top it off as well. So not good instructions per clock, so to say. Don't mind my allergy. I'll just quiet that down after the fact. Give it a moment. It's still trying. This is why it took me an entire day just to try and do some pre-testing. Still going. Look at that little spinning progress indicator. Well, not progress indicator, just busy indicator. All right, we've got the loading screen. It's now going to sit at 0% for a while. I'm just going to throw a timer up on screen here and we'll see how long this ends up taking. And we're in. Alright, so we're in the game now. It only took this amount of time. I wasn't actually keeping track myself. But you know what? We'll just let future me take care of that in editing. So here we are in game. It is struggling, put it simply. One FPS, probably 0 at the moment though. Yep, there we go, 0 FPS. And well, yeah, here we go. We've got Minecraft running on a 32-bit Pentium 4 on Windows 7 32-bit. We've got a modern installation of Java. We've got a Radeon HD 2400 Pro. All of this is, at best, I would say probably mid-range hardware in terms of, the Pentium 4. At least for the time it was mid-range. But, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put this into full screen mode so that then you can see how lowering the resolution takes effect, because this is set currently to render at 640 by 480 in that mode. Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. We've still got 0 to 1 FPS. And I mentioned in that community post that with Sodium and all sorts of other performance mods installed, I get 2 to 5 FPS instead. But that's on the latest release of Minecraft, not the latest snapshot, so there's also some difference in that as well. Anyway, oh, it froze. Oh, come on. Let me walk off this tree. But yeah, with how it is right now, I don't think that it is possible to even attempt a speed run. Like, there's just not enough frames to even understand what's happening half the time, I'd say. So, at the very least, if I'm going to do something like that, I will definitely want to bump up the CPU. And depending on whether or not the CPU bottleneck is still there, which it probably is, to be honest, I may or may not also upgrade the graphics card. Anyway, yeah, this is Minecraft 24W14A running on a 32-bit system. I did it literally just to prove Mojang wrong as far as what the minimum requirements are. And yeah, I am currently suffering in 0 FPS for it. This is legitimately slower than if I were to just, like, put a slideshow, a PowerPoint presentation of Minecraft screenshots in order and just speed through them by spamming the arrow keys. So, yeah, I guess that's the video. I'm going to exit full screen now. And we'll wait for Windows to respond to doing that. Give it a moment. It's still trying to catch up. But yeah, it's stuff like this that really makes you see just how far technology has progressed in the past 20-something years, which honestly, I haven't actually looked at it yet to be entirely sure, or at least I haven't looked at it in much detail, but I'm pretty sure that this CPU is turning or has already turned 20 years old by now. So, yeah, that's Minecraft on a 20-year-old Dell or HP pre-built system that I've just had sitting in my closet for the past several years. It is a 32-bit system, which is not what 24W14A said that it's supposed to be running on, or it's even meant to run on. And yeah, let's quit the game. Wait for the launcher to finish rendering now. And now we close the launcher. And we do something a little bit more up to the speed of Pentium 4 with classicube. Look at that. Look at that frame rate. We're actually able to breach 60 FPS. And all it took was basically downgrading Minecraft down to classic. Oh, okay, that's my capture card cutting out again. Oh boy, it does not like this. But anyway, aside from the artifacting in the sky and the signal sync input cutting in and out, yeah, this is probably the smoothest block game. Oh, the smoothest block game experience that you can really achieve with a Pentium 4 is classicube, which, unlike Minecraft Java Edition, is written in C, so it's a good bit more optimized, even if it weren't for the fact that, I'm comparing this on a Pentium 4 system. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I have been suffering in very low frame rates for the past couple of days, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, I forgot that I installed Microsoft Office. Anyway, yeah, bye.